on the corner.
Okay, we can edit that part out. Here we are. We're heading westbound on Powers. We are leaving Lewiston. Here's your camera guy, yoo-hoo! And Ed and my brother Dave, and there's Jim Leslie driving. This is part of our video series we're putting together, the trip there and the trip back. I'll have a lot of editing to do when I get back, but I know how to do that. So, what do you got, Dave?
Want to pray for our rig. Got to pray for God encounters, and that your Holy Spirit would overshadow all four guys in this rig, and that we would have some awesome. Jim's got some Bible tracks back here, so you lead us to exactly who you want us to give them to. And now I'm going to sound a shofar. I don't have an actual one on me, but I have a little app on my phone that's really awesome.
Go for it.
Now, I blew this thing the other day. It was really neat. Over Tom in the car. The first time I pushed the button. The second two times it happened, you get the button.
That was what their spiritual sage, Denny.
Doing it.
By the way, Denny, we miss you. Love you, buddy.
All right, here we go.
Too bad you can't be here this weekend. Something powerful about that.
Yeah.
Here, get a little airflow in here.
They use Gazelle on the other.
You got anything to say to the audience, Ed?
It's just an adventure. Just found out that I have this weekend off.
Awesome.
Didn't know how I was getting there, if I was driving, or what kind of transportation would be provided. And here we are, the God Squad.
Yes, God Squad. Hey! What about you, Jim? You got anything to chime in on?
Well, been looking forward to this for weeks, and I'm excited. I think God's going to do great and wonderful things in our lives.
Yes, He is.
Okay, I got a little more, Tom.
Alright.
I don't know if all the guys coming from the various other churches are with CMA or various other denominations. You know, it says in the Bible, in the Old Testament, unless the Lord builds a house, the workers labor in vain. And a couple times that Jesus talked to Peter in the Bible, not just the 3 times when he restored him about feeding sheep, but the first time he said, upon this rock, that's Christ speaking, I, being Christ again, will build my church. The gates of hell shall not prevail against it. That's what I see God doing. You know, all over the world, you're hearing about little pockets of revival stirring. That's what's going to happen this weekend. I'm not even sure what God got all in mind. So, like I told Phil the other day, every car going over in our caravan is going to have church in the car on the way over. And when we get there, at the Bigs or Walla Walla and the other place, we're all going to have different stories about what happened. You know, some of them might have jammed out to some Christian rock or, you know, whatever. But we're all going to have conversations about the Lord and different things. We're going to be stopping in little towns to, you know, rest up, use the restroom, get gas, whatever. There's going to be somebody there that we're going to need to talk to, that we're going to pray for. You know, who knows?
God encounters. Those are called God encounters. Okay, this is the first. I've never really shot with a handy cam with my left hand before, so I'm filming backwards here. But that's what we're doing.
Just for the right hand and the left.
Yes, you got it. Thanks, Ed. Okay, so anyways, we came down Powers, and now we're here at Bryden and 10th. Most of you guys know this, but I have yet to see a YouTube video. I was talking to Coachy last night, Jonathan Coachy, by the way. He'll see this. Nobody has put any YouTube videos out there how to get from Biggs to the camp. Yours truly is going to do that. There was one kid that did a motorcycle video the back way in there. He's riding a little crotch rocket from, I think he's coming from the John Day River or something like that. Anywho, we will catch you all later.
That's the long...
Speaking to the valley, Jupiter went up.
Westbound Highway 12, right before Taha and Pomeroy. We're about, half hour, maybe 40 minutes out of the LC Valley.
There's another one, the lion. The lion was at her head. The moon was at her feet. And 12 stars.
I got about 12 after 4. Edge clock.
3 planets plus the constellation Leo, the lion.
See if I can get my watch here.
And then above her, I don't remember the name of the constellation, but right now, if you look at it,
12:05
I've got Solarium.
Pacific Standard Time, yes.
It's all lining
Give
up
or
with the
take.
feast and festival as we're going through, even to the present day.
And these are part of my videos on how to get to the camp, Washington Family Ranch, from the LC Valley, since nobody has put it out there on YouTube. So this is one of my videos. So we will catch you later. Bye.
they have a little, like a cafe in there, and there really is no set price on the meals. It's by donation. So what I've done the last few times I've been in there is I just pray about it. I say, God, let's see. Most grandpa joints, some are going to jack it way up, some are going to have it low. So I'll give them what I feel is a fair price. So like if it's a sandwich, you know, their sandwich is really big, and they got like fries on the side and a drink or a salad, I'd figure 10 or 12 bucks. Just for fries. But they make good money doing that. And they've got a little gift shop in there. Certain times of the year, they have another little room that's all set up like a Christmas village. All these little trees. And then upstairs on the second floor, they've got this room that's right above the downstairs where the restaurant is. They can have church. And then you go through the main grain bin where it was, you see it, and there's like cribbing in there. They built these ramps so anybody in a wheelchair can get all the way up in there. You see all the old machinery and how they ground the flour down, and the old water wheel where the creek used to come down. And, yeah, it's pretty simple stuff. Took my grandparents there. What year was that, Tom? We took Grandma and Grandpa there?
2008.
Something like that. If you ever get a chance, I mean,
Maybe
just a little
before
day
then.
trip, we'll take the wife on a date, a little short little adventure. There you go.
3, 4. High prices as usual.
When you're done with that, they got a little museum back down here. It's a sign right there. About 2 blocks that way. Up here in the middle of town, there's a museum there. They got neat stuff in there. Right across the street from that, they got an oldies shop. They have an oldies collection. Really good stuff. A lot of, that's kind of the bummer too, you'll notice.
This is the little stop order you're going to pick that guy up and wants to deliver him merch.
I haven't seen any of the cars yet.
Grandparent or whatever.
Then he stops there when he comes through here.
I have a 2-year-old grandfather.
I figured they're ahead of us, but
I think, yeah, especially
we're going to the same place, so.
Yep.
And even the books in their school, what are they, dumbing them down or something?
Making them more compliant.
Well, I'll tell you what I think it is. It's called me whacking the prison here. Hitler's Germany was an experiment by the New World Order that failed. I mean, yes, they succeeded in having the Holocaust and slaughtering, God knows, how many Jews and even people that were trying to help them, i.e. Anne Frank's family. They're wanting to do that again. That's exactly why you got all this gun grabbing agenda on the media, and they're using the kids. And they use these shootings as like a pawn in their technique. They don't care about the people. The reason they want us disarmed is so when their one world leader, the Antichrist, comes in, we cannot use deadly force to resist them. I think our founding fathers saw that coming when they put the Second Amendment in the Bill of Rights. That was a God thing.
Well, they recognize that all men are created equal and endowed with certain inalienable rights.
Bingo.
Among which are, but not limited to, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. And that's where those going on of those God-given rights. Then it says that for the security of the state, there's the right of the people, which talks about at the very beginning, which is endowed by our Creator, which is an inalienable right. That right should not be infringed. I have heard a lot of people,
including the freedom of speech. In other words, you have an opinion. You can voice your reason.
Yeah, they did.
Did anybody read Jeff Sager's article in the paper a while back about how all the kids
they're going to a school doing shooting, thinking they're in some video game, not realizing that these people that they just shot are not coming back. And I think our CIA is behind it.
Ooh, we're hitting some headwinds. The mills are going.
pulled their kids out of public school. They homeschool them or they send them to a private school.
Speaking of school, there's an old schoolhouse right there. Been there for years.
That's in the district. We have one in Idaho, not too far out of Lewiston. I went to Lewiston. You can tell the ones that are mostly conservative versus the ones that are
about 10 miles west of Pomeroy.
Training their teachers with
Yep, old school. And we're coming up on that junction here shortly.
It's sad that it's come to that point, but you got to protect your sheep.
Right. Well, with the First Amendment, the free speech idea is whether or not people agree with it. And those who are passionate, the first thing they'll do is attack, do a personal attack, rather than begin to engage someone. You're a homophobe, you're a this phobe, or that phobe, or you're a racist. So I don't have to talk.
I'm an American and dagnabbit, I want my country back.
Yeah, but how can you be a homophobe if you have a gender dysphoria, or you don't know what you are?
Their own arguments kill themselves. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not just talking atheist and agnostic. We're going beyond that. We're going, like, where is the common sense? Well, common sense is a swear word around us. Oh, really? What is wrong with you people?
Anybody need a bathroom?
No, we're good.
I'm going to stop here.
I'll take the opportunity.
We're not too far behind you, Jim. They're probably already past dates by now, some of them. And then the guy we're meeting down in Diggs, I'll probably just jump in with him and ride.
That's fine.
He's got some stuff we need to talk about. How do I call it?
He knows Denny.
Kind of like being a 007 agent with a guy. There's certain things that need to be talked about in that vehicle that, without any offense to you guys, you know, I mean, sometimes you got to be so good. It goes from being a group like this to a smaller group. I've met him maybe once. I took his hand when he was down to the doors. I was coming out the stadium and he was going into the mine or whatever you want to call it. Okay, you guys need some Mary Jane? There's a pop shop up here on the right.
No.
We came down 12 to Wall. I have a friend over there, a little bit younger than Tom and I. And him and his wife are pastors of a church over there. And then his mom and dad are over there with him, and his brother and his sister-in-law. And his mom and dad, their oldest son, Nathan and Michelle's oldest son. Pulled in the parking lot, and we did some praying for them, for the church. And I let them know, and I haven't heard back from Nathan and Michelle, which is fine, but his
Okay, we're about 12 minutes after 1. Had to make a pit stop here in Waitsburg because it's raining cats and dogs, so we had to hunker down the load in the back and make sure it's covered so we don't get everything wet. And we are getting back on the road here, so to be continued.
Oxygen to blood ratio, whatever. It goes down.
We just use the it's a light post, guys. There are two lights on it. One is 990 then off there, looks red. The other one is like 770. And that looks red too. You can't really tell the difference, but the machine can. And the 990 is what oxygenated blood looks like when you calculate.
Happy or they liquid, or some of them can freeze, some of them can heat. I mean, even Paul said that. Not everyone is going to do the same thing. Think of like a puzzle piece.
Welcome to Walla Walla, Washington.
Puzzle piece. You wouldn't have puzzle.
Famous for Walla Walla sweet onions.
Together, the different picture makes sense. So it's kind of like a stained glass window thing. So, I mean, there's some churches that would have to.
And there's, what, 2 years? There's the airport.
Well, you can't bring something, you're not doing it. That's a little weird to get off of that. I've never it is. I don't believe it's a sign of salvation. I believe it's a sign how it put it. Salvation plus the greater things. You know, talking to Ephesians, how God has equipped us for everything we need for God to live. It's the same power that Jesus operated with. And I believe Jesus himself raised up. God is it.
Okay, we're still westbound 12. It's a little ways down the road. We're coming up on the junction with the 730. Again, US 12 goes to the right through Tri-Cities, and then when you get to Yakima, up over White Pass and merges with the 5, and then it goes across all the way to the west coast. We're not going that way. We're heading down on what's going to become the 730 down into Oregon, and then it merges with the I-84.
You may not have your narration on the video here because I'm probably going to edit over the audio and put in music. Like subtitles.
Yeah, he might do that, or he might use the audio.
Because some of the conversation in the back seat is private. Yeah, so that's why I said I'm going to edit over the audio. Drop the audio channel out. When you do the video edit, you can have something. Like,
Go ahead and narrate. You can narrate now.
Yeah.
It's safe.
You can narrate. The backwater.
I'm just filming, whatever.
Snake River dumps in.
It's going to get to about 70 out here today, maybe. Oh, about
12 miles north of
10 or 12 miles is where the Snake River dumps into the Columbia. See, he's got to yield right away to us. That's part of the triangle here at the 730. The other side of it's over here. That's US 12 going that way.
And we are on the.
And they can go either way, where this truck just turned in front of us here. He's getting off of eastbound 730. He's now on northbound 12. And we are now technically, we just passed a sign down there. Well, about a mile back, not quite. We're technically on the 730 right now. Yep. See, 730 west. And we're still not quite to Oregon yet. That state line's coming up in about 10 miles. So, there you go. There it goes. Dam. And it's back that way actually. And they probably got a few of the spillways open. I'm looking. Yeah, I see spray coming up. They're definitely letting some of that spring runoff through down there. He's in the wrong lane.
I heard somebody say we need a bathroom.
Okay, we're down in Umatilla. We're about 10 miles or 12 miles east of where it merges with the 84. There's 395 going that way.
If everybody's here, we'll go on down and we'll stop at the Boardman rest area.
That's not a bad idea.
To be able to come.
Okay, we're at the light, about to make a left to get on southbound 395 for about 3 to 5 miles. Then we're going to get in the right lane and merge with westbound 84. We're getting off the 730. There's all kinds of options down here, but it'll get us to Boardman faster, and then we're going down to Biggs. But we're taking a little detour here, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, this is part of the 395 I have never seen, but we're going to go down about, I think it's 5 miles or so, and get in what becomes westbound I-84. If you stay in the left lane, it winds up becoming I-84 eastbound. That's the oops for a certain friend of ours, I'm not naming names, accidentally had a wreck with his church's youth group van, and he was in the left lane, and he came over trying to make the off-ramp, overcorrected and went down the embankment and rolled the sucker, and I caramba. But thank God everybody survived, and there were no deaths and no extreme severe injuries. It took about a week or two. There were a couple of them that were in the hospital, but they made it. But anyhow, yeah, we got about 8 miles. Excuse me. So I'll turn it back on here in 8 miles and show you guys the junction and how to properly do this. Okay. Anyhow, the guy made a boo-boo. He was in the fast lane and he wasn't supposed to be, and he's like, "Oh, you need to get over right about on this bridge." And this is the picture that you saw in the newspaper and on the Facebook, where it shows the helicopters landing and the ambulances and everything else, where that van had rolled to our right up here. And he was in the right lane, but he wanted to be in he was in the left lane, but he wanted to be in the right lane, so he made a boo-boo. So that truck is going eastbound 84, and we're going west. And, weird. The van crashed. Oh, I don't know where it crashed. Back in there somewhere, just as soon as we came over that sign on that bridge, he went straight over the side of the road, basically.
No, Dave, he went 395 through Hermiston, and we were on the actual highway. Excuse me. He came down through Hermiston. On the business route.
I'm getting confused. So that would actually be about 4 miles east of us, but it's a very similar on-ramp and off-ramp system. We came down the actual freeway. He came down through town, but still similar.
Okay, and good.
But now we are on westbound I-84, and I'm wondering if we're going to beat the rest of our caravan if they stayed on the 730s. Highly possible. Anyways. Coming through Boardman, we haven't re-merged with the 730 yet. That's the Port of Boardman, all the industrial and whatnot down in there. Columbia's off in the distance. Anyhow. Got Sage Center, whatever that is, some sort of event center or something. I don't know. All kinds of interesting stuff in here. But we are not quite the bigs yet. We got a ways to go to get there.
Yeah.
See you guys in a few minutes. We're just west of Arlington, Oregon. It's just a little more 84. Kind of gives you an idea where we're at. Just east of Biggs, probably about less than an hour down the road. Not quite to the John Day Dam yet, but we're getting there.
Did that by hand.
Just coming down the hill just east of the John Day. It's kind of one of my favorite parts of the freeway because it goes up and down and, through the Columbia Gorge, all that. But we're getting there, almost, sort of. Washington's to our right, and Oregon, in Oregon. Anyways, see you guys at Biggs. Almost to the John Day Dam. We got a grain train over there. Excuse me, train. This is the John Day River. Excuse me. And the creeks that we're staying on at this camp are actually running into that. That's a crow train. Excuse me. And no, I don't mean the country band. But there's a crow train, BNSF on the other side. These are UP lines here, and that's BNSF on the other. They're in northern Santa Fe. American Commerce. That train's probably got millions of dollars worth of coal on it. Right over there. He's got 3 engines at the front and 1 at the back.
Right around the corner here.
Yeah,
and we're going to be dropping down the hill even lower.
Yep. Sure will. We're coming up on the back side, upstream side of the John Day Dam. This is the Columbia River, so it's kind of like the Mississippi of the West. Oh, there's spilling water down there. You can see it. There's the spillways there, and then that other big, huge thing, that's the lawn. lots on the north side, that kind of tower thing you see sticking up over there. That's the upstream gate or the downstream gate, whatever. There's the powerhouse. You'll see it better when we get down there. I'm gonna stop the clip here and kick it back on in a minute. Stone on the hinge. Oh, weird, the battery jumps. Stone on the hinge, or stone hinge, or whatever you want to call it, is over there somewhere. Yeah, we got some whitecaps in that river. That wind is literally pushing the river upstream and back on itself. But there's still current because the John Day and the spring runoff and all that jazz. I'm looking for Stonehenge to jump in there somewhere. You can't really see it from here. Oh, there it is. I think I got it. Maybe. You know, that might be it. All them rocks standing up over there, maybe. Yeah. I think that is it. Yep, I can see it. It looks like a house, but it's not. If you look, you can see light through the gaps every so often. That's literally it right there. We're looking right at it, up on the bluff there. That is Stonehenge. And then that museum is down closer to the bridge. It's in there somewhere. Anyways. Okay, we just left Biggs, Oregon. Now we're heading south, Highway 97 in Oregon. Climbing up a hill here. And we are heading to camp. We'll check in with you guys when we get to the next town where we got to turn off on the 218. See you later. There we go. I had to film a different video.
Is this highway like this all the way to California, or does it widen out further down?
Highway 97 heading south.
It changes a lot.
I'm going to do a combo of filming on my phone and the camera because I'm down to my last set of batteries on my HD camera down there, and that thing chews through the batteries like you won't believe. So majority of the videos from this weekend are probably going to be done on my cell phone because it has better battery life and better memory on it. So we're officially in airplane mode because you come up out of Biggs and you lose cell reception pretty darn quick. So not worried about cell reception. We don't need it. We got God reception. There's Mr. Lesby driving. You waved. And I'll film again when we get to the 218. Alright, we're continuing south 97. There's some windmills over yonder. Whole mess of them. Thing will focus. There it goes. And we just came over the top. Kind of see there in my side mirror.
Are we already dropping down the other side? No.
Yeah, we're getting ready to drop down a canyon here. We've got a couple towns to go through. We're still on the 97, and then we'll cut off on the 218. Alright, check you later. Okay, we're coming up in the Shannaco, Oregon. This is where we make the turn off the 97 to the 218. Excuse you, Dave. Gee whiz. And we are in the high desert. There's look like pine trees out there, but they're not. They're juniper trees. That's an old church that Jim was telling us about. They rent it out for weddings and stuff. The green one, yep. That's an old church that they rent out. So, pretty cool.
Junction 218.
218 is
Where did I hear that number?
right here.
Wow.
Okay.
Drops right on off there.
Goes to the left. Now we're going through town past Shannaco. And there goes 97 to the right.
There you go, man.
Okay.
That
Must be down here.
Oh, there was a sign there pointing this way. That you didn't stay on the highway long enough. I hope we're heading the right way.
I think the 218 was actually past town. Wait a minute.
We'll just go back.
It's going to dead end down here somewhere, buddy.
Uh-oh.
I don't think we're on the right road.
We're going to have to turn around. Stay tuned, folks.
You turned just a He should be more.
Okay, folks, we made the turn a little too soon right there in Shanico, but we figured out where we were going. Just had to pull up my map, and we read some of the road signs, and we are on 218 now, heading towards Antelope. It's about 8 miles from Shanico, and then we go through Antelope, 3.7 miles, and we're looking for Cold Camp Road. Cold Camp Road, and then we go down Cold Camp Road for about 3 miles, and then we will make a left turn onto Muddy Creek Road.
Follow it all the way.
Follow it for about 12 miles, and then we're at camp. All right, we'll catch you folks later. Okay, I'm filming on my cell phone now because my cell phone's got better battery. We are going down a grade on the 218 here. Tim's bringing up the rear behind us.
Don't nobody get car sick. That one.
And we're not quite to Antelope yet, but we are going down a grade definitely.
Since you're going slower, Jim, you mind if I put the window down just a little bit back here?
Yeah,
go
for it, man.
Just a little. There we go. It's not that bad out there.
And temperature dropped to 46.
Not really. It's 46 outside. You know how hot it is in this car?
Yeah.
Probably about 60 plus.
Ooh, this reminds me of Rattlesnake Grade.
It is
only
dropping.
no guardrail. Wouldn't want to drive this thing in the winter.
Good grief.
I dare say I think we're dropping about 1,000 feet, maybe.
Yeah.
We're not quite to Antelope, Oregon yet. We're getting there.
It goes down.
She's out here somewhere. It said 8 miles.
So 97 further west.
I think Antelope is down at the bottom of the hill here.
Same plateau. It drops. It goes down a grade as well. Oh, baby.
Yeah, I dare say Antelope is probably at the bottom of this grade.
Curves.
I bet it is. What do you think, Dave?
Down there?
Yeah, I think Antelope's down at the bottom of the grade.
Well, it said 8 miles.
Milepost 6.
It said 8 miles from Shanico.
Okay. That was milepost 6 we just passed. Ooh,
yeah.
there's a rock. Small
so
one.
We got 2 miles to town, and then we got to go another 20-something to the camp.
Ooh, some popular trees. Those things are fast growing.
Boy, Tim is not taking these curves very fast. You been down this way, Lesby?
I think he's tired.
I don't remember if I came over this road. I came in from the north and got to where the ranch is, but I don't remember how I went out. Now this looks like a town.
I see.
There's
Chuck and Phil. The white truck's in the front, and the SUV is right behind them. They're boogieing.
Yeah, I can see you guys. I got you on video.
Hey, Chuck and Phil, you want to slow down?
We're not too far behind you.
I'm not kidding, man. They are flying. They're going to be doing probably 40.
I see. He's hauling.
Well, they slowed down on this grade, obviously.
Speed demon.
Yeah, they're moving. I can see it from here. We're probably, by the way the crow flies, maybe 5 miles behind them.
Where?
They're right down there on the highway.
They're right down here on the highway.
They're way down there.
Here's Antelope.
They just went through Antelope.
I think Antelope's coming up.
Antelope's on the hill.
No, that's a farmstead. Antelope should be at the bottom of the hill. Because we passed milepost 6. Milepost 7's up here somewhere. It said 8 miles, and then we go 3.7 miles out of town.
Something like that. So you got Marshall back there. What about Finch and whoever's riding the Finch?
They already left.
Oh, they're ahead of us then.
They're ahead of us. Yeah.
So they're actually in front of Chuck then.
Right.
Okay.
Use your printed out maps or the one you downloaded on your phone. Do not trust your GPS. It will take you the wrong way.
Tom, you want to keep those to yourself, please?
I didn't do nothing. There's milepost 7. Okay, 1 more mile.
Okay, well, whatever.
I have a feeling I was correct. It is. The town is at the bottom of the grade.
Some rain. Whatever, I don't mind. Half this camp's in
Windy City.
May not be able to get on the go-karts tonight, but we might.
No.
Well, let's try.
They're supposed to have some type of a meet and greet or something. I don't know what's going on. It's all a surprise. It's like, it would have been nice if they would have told us ahead of time, but, whatever.
Well, fire danger's down. You guys want to send off explosives into the sky, be my guest.
I mean, some things are meant to be kept secret, but other things, secrecy to a point can be a tool of the devil, so to speak, but that's just me.
The enemy likes to lay in secret.
Antelope. Yes, we're in an antelope.
On the hill, literally.
It's literally on the grade.
We're not done.
It's kind of a
dropping yet.
Blink, you miss it kind of town.
Okay, pay attention. There's a Y coming up here. One road goes to the west and merges back with the 97 about 5 or 10 miles that direction.
You want to stay on the 218 east towards Fossil.
218B?
218 east towards Fossil.
Okay.
Oh, that's an old high school.
Left. When we get to the 218, go left.
See that? That's an old high school.
That's not an old high school.
Matter of
There's
fact, they
cars
probably
there.
still use it.
Maybe.
It's just an old
It's
building.
got new windows on it.
Okay, what do we got here? There's a sign coming up here.
For a Friday night.
Fossil is a retirement community, right? To Bennett Road, Union Street? No? Go
Continue
ahead.
straight.
Keep going.
There's another sign coming up here.
What is he doing? Burning the tree right next to the road.
Okay, the 218
Come on, Tim Bob.
goes
Let's go, Tim Bob.
East,
Hurry up.
to the left.
to the left. You are
Yep,
correct.
this is the Y I was telling you about.
Yeah.
See, that way goes to Madras and Willow. We're going towards
Okay,
whatever that town starts with a C.
we
in Fossil.
follow this for 3.7 miles, and I'm gonna cut the video here, guys,
We're
because
looking for
I gotta
cold-
look at my map here. We're on Old Camp Road, and we're following the map on my phone. Getting here, and we're looking for Muddy Road.
Tom's not filming anymore, but I'm filming. We came down the hill out of Antelope, and then we went to the right and followed the 218 for about 3 miles. And just after mile marker 11, you come up the grade, and there's a sign. They actually have a sign. Sorry, I'm looking at the back of the seat.
What happened to our YouTube crowd here?
Where
And Facebook.
it says go this way. It says Washington Family Camp, etc. So we're following Cove Camp Road for about 3 miles, and then on the left we're going to get on Muddy Road, Muddy Creek Road, and follow it for almost 12 miles, and there'll be the canyons, and then there's a little side road, but we're not going that way. You can if you want. It'll take you up to the creek side, which is not even a mile from the canyon point. So we're almost there. Getting there. They're named after that.
Yeah, Dave, short video, cut it.
Yeah.
We're still dropping down the grade. Here's some
We're right off the
geography.
flat line, guys.
Big old granite and basalt and stuff.
Let's see, what does that say?
Welcome.
Washington Family Ranch Wilderness. What the?
Young life, something back there.
That's a wilderness thing. Okay, that's part of the camp back there.
I
We're
think
not
we're
going
now at the bottom of the grade. That sucker was a long grade. About 5+ miles long. And we're going
Okay,
like
there's the lake. We're gonna go.
Yep,
past the lake.
here's the lake. I saw the lake on the
That's
map.
not where we're at.
We'll go past the lake here. The lake's just around the corner here.
I think that lake is actually close to camp.
It might be.
We're not going there.
And Creekside is just past the lake to the right, but we're going to Canyon side.
Canyon dead ahead.
Yeah.
Can't go right on this road. We've probably got maybe another mile or two to get there.
We're coming through some open cattle range area. A lot of cattle coming down. Interesting rocks out here too. This is what the high desert looks like. And we are literally on a dirt gravel road. Old wagon trail. Yeah, you can do a wagon back there. There's a cool lake coming up on the right here.
I think that lake is part of it.
Maybe.
Well, that sign, it's obvious we're on Washington Family Ranch land now. Pretty obvious.
Yeah, that is a good sized lake. Yeah, we dropped an elevation about 2,000 feet.
Since the hill before Antelope, we're probably down maybe almost 3,000 feet.
Yeah, that is a good sized lake. That's a man-made lake. Good sized lake. Cool little lake. Wow, that's a pretty good sized lake. Yeah, it is. Rock bluff sticking up the lake. And we're still going. We're here. We're here.
The main gate.
There's the main gate. Alright. camp this way.
Okay, Creekside is there's a right turn coming up, but we don't want to go that way. We're going with it. Did they put the right of way power lines? Why did they think it's phone line thing?
It'll cost too much money.
Good grief, you must have a lot of money. Look at all that.
I think that is Creekside and their maintenance facility for the ranch.
It's Creekside up.
Yeah, but that's their maintenance facility.
Up that way.
Huge.
Well, remember who built it?
Billionaires.
No, the Raj News. The guy
There's
that,
Mud Creek.
But it didn't have all this southern stuff down here.
Oh, they got horseback riding you can do.
Not
All
here
kinds of stuff.
on the Raj News.
That's just part of it.
The Christie
Little
family
maintenance
bought it,
stuff.
and they built it up. A
Place
lot.
is huge.
Am I seeing things? This place has got an airstrip.
They got an airstrip. They got their own fire department over
You could
there.
have technically flown in here in a little Cessna.
Yep.
If you knew where the heck you
Or a helicopter.
Hey, there's lights along that runway. They light that thing up at night. You can literally fly in here.
Yeah.
I didn't know they got their own fire truck.
Got their own fire truck.
That is
They got their own
pretty
airstrip.
In collaboration with the county, whatever county they're in. They got their own sticking airstrip. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got an airport here.
Pretty long runway too. You can get decent sized aircraft on that. Looks like. You might want to come in from the east side.
Ah, now we're on pavement. It's weird. It's like paved, rock road, paved, rock road, paved, rock road, paved, rock road.
You technically could fly here if you knew where the heck.
Okay, there's a sign there. Something, I didn't get a chance to read that. Yeah, there's an airstrip there. That's cool. There's a runway right there. And the airport.
Yeah.
And they got houses here. And we got another sign coming up. Let's see. Oh, we're at the bottom of the canyon now.
Map.
Well, it's a map of the facility, okay.
Tells you where to go.
Yeah.
We want to go
Private property over there.
up here. I believe we go to the left. If you go right, you're going to wind up at the creek. We don't want to go through.
Washington Family Ranch
Game camp.
to the left.
Right ahead.
Creekside to the right. Creekside's that way. It's right over there. That's Creekside over there. Main camp is over here.
So which way do we want to go?
Main
Go
camp is
ahead
straight.
to the left.
Straight.
Well, wait a minute, one at a time.
Over here.
Okay.
This way. This way.
When you're both
Yeah.
talking, I can't hear.
California got lost.
Detour.
Yep.
Contractor.
Right through here. You gotta go through here.
Side.
Yeah, you gotta
We
go
don't
through
want to go Creekside. We're going this way.
Okay.
Hotel lobby. Yeah, we're going through the little parking lot here because they're redoing the entrance, it looks like.
A
A lot of construction going on here, so.
Oh, that's
the way
where
we're going.
you come in the back way out of whatever the
Creekside.
town is. Because this road
There's
does
the
wind
hotel.
out. You go. Right over there. There's Phil's rig right in the parking lot.
Yeah. I think we want to go here. That's the hotel lobby. Right there, so we need to pull in the parking lot.
All the Oregon.
Okay, and we're out.
Idaho and California.
Okay, and that's all she wrote, folks. We are heading out. These
They would come right through.
backseat seat belts in some of these auto manufacturers are kind of a pain, but what you can get them, it's fine. So
Stories about Dodge City.
we're heading out. I'm gonna have Dave go to his app on his phone, look up his photos, and just read those questions that we're supposed to ask each other on the road. Okay, it's Sunday about 9 after 2 in the afternoon. We just left Biggs, Oregon. It's a little bit of a drive from camp back to Biggs. It's kind of a video going home, so we had a good weekend. John Day's up there, and they are still in the water. That's John Day Dam, and we got a ways to go. Mr. Lusby got some fuel. They got the stretch, and I went and took care of business. You know how that is when you're on a long road trip. Besides stretching, you know, might as well use the John, as they say. Haha. And we had a good week, so I'll catch you guys later. Still on Oregon, heading towards Highway 12 and going into Washington, where Walla is. That'll be our pit stop for late lunch, early dinner, and then we'll head home from there. So, yeah, this is our road trip home. Catch you later. Oh, finally made it home. Dave and I are dog tired, but yeah, it was a blessed weekend, and we'll catch you later. All that walking this week, I got me a nasty little water blister down here. That's what's been hurting me like the dickens, so I'm gonna drain it and let it heal naturally, not peel the skin off of here. But yeah, my feet got a lot of miles on this week, so that's good because I got steps on the pedometer and got some exercise. So yeah, it was an awesome week over there at the men's weekend. Hope to do this again, and we'll talk to you guys later.